I mean, I'm just going to ask what's your reaction to that second half?
I mean, what do you guys think? It's pretty fucking awesome, I think. Sorry for my language, but wow, that was I said earlier in the season that our story wasn't written yet. It wasn't necessarily we wanted the season to start, but that we would finish it, and we finished it. For that to be the last game in recent for me and some of my teammates, I'll remember that moment for the rest of my life.
It was 31-10, and it kind of looked like you guys were melting down at one point. What got you back into the rhythm?
Belief, man, belief. We've been in situations like that before. I mean, so many times throughout my career here, we've been down bad, and unfortunately, a lot of those times we've kind of conceded and we've lost those games. But I think there's something in this culture has really changed over the last year or two, and there is a belief that no matter what the score is, man, we just keep executing, keep playing, never stop. Make it hard on the other team that we can win. And it sounds cliche, but I just think it was belief in our teammates, belief in one another, belief in ourselves that we had the skill, we had the talent, we had the ability to execute when it mattered. Belief in our coaches. It was just complete and total faith.
What does it feel like doing this then on senior day too to you? Can you even put that into words?
No, I can't. I honestly can't. I can't. It's a very, very special feeling. Just even I mean, during the game, to stand there, to look up in the crowd. I've never seen a stadium like that before. And it was about probably midway through the fourth quarter when I realized, like, it doesn't matter what happens, we're gonna win this game. Right? We haven't worked so hard the past 5 years to pack the stadium like that, to play in a game like that, to lose, and I did it.
It seemed like from the warm-ups, it just the vibe of the team during the warm-ups just felt a little bit different. How badly did you guys want this one?
I'm sorry. There's really no words to describe but that just felt like all week we've obviously game plan like they've game planned, we practice like they practice, but there's been a very special feeling in the air here. We knew that was going to be the outcome. We didn't know how we were going to get there. We always talk about it's about the process. It's not about the place that we end up. It's just about the process and trusting it and working every day, grinding every day. And all week we knew that if we followed the process, we would get there. We would get to the outcome we wanted. So yeah, I think going into warm-ups, it was just everyone was locked in on the process, just getting dialed in for the game. And when things weren't going good, everyone fell back to the fundamentals, fell back to the things that had gotten us to the opportunity to play in a game like that. They trusted themselves. They trusted the things that they knew they could do. And yeah, I think it really did start in warm-ups. I felt it in warm-ups. I felt the energy from the crowd. I felt the energy from my teammates. It was a special feeling from start to beginning. I think there was a lot of energy though.
All right, Tre'Shaun, it's 31-10. I think you were kind of in the middle of that with a fumble and all that. I mean, it was as low as you probably could get. What got you guys off the mat and turned it around?
Just believing in the next play. Preaching on the sideline is all about faith. We got to keep faith, and our guys went out there and did it.
It's one thing to say that, though. I mean, where does that come from, though, I guess? Because you just don't see that happen all the time.
It comes from in here. It just, whoever got heart is going to show it. So if we're preaching that and everyone's feeding off the next, it's going to affect the whole team.
So at halftime, you guys kind of went in looking kind of down, dejected. Third quarter looked a little down. Did someone step up? Did a coach step up? Or was it just you guys battling?
It's just the same routine that we go in every week. Every time we're at halftime, we meet with our position groups and we just have a discussion among ourselves, and then whatever happens after that happens.
You guys wanted, to win all your games, but does this one mean just a tad bit more?
Yeah, it does. This last one, especially for me, being a senior, last one in Reeser, it meant so much to me.
Tyjon, I mean, see all those fans on the field, students. What was going through your mind? Just kind of putting what had happened in those 3.5 hours.
Yeah, the feeling that we got when we was on the field was second to none. I was here when we won that game in 2020, so we didn't really have the fans there, and it was a total different experience. So when we knew that we were gonna come out on the victorious side, it was indescribable. You know, fans rushing the field. This is one at home that we've been waiting to get. You know, always being overlooked and all that by the team on the other side of the city. So getting this win, especially as a senior in my last game, so it's a great feeling, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It felt like I won a Super Bowl. I'll be real with you.
It was 31-10, and it didn't seem like anything was going right at the time. Was that run by Damian, the 43-yarder? Did that feel like maybe a trigger there that got you guys going again? Because it seemed like it was a little bit on the lifeless side until he made that big run.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and those are he's one of those type of players that could develop that spark in a game that we need, and obviously that play sprung us big across the field and helped us be able to execute and get in the end zone. So I love how these running backs have been running. I love how Damian runs the ball as a young guy, and he has a lot of years ahead of him for football, and I'm honestly excited to see what those guys could do. Damian, Jam, you got Deshaun Fenwick, Kanoa, Isaiah Newell scored 2 touchdowns today. Like, I'm just very excited to see what the Beavers are going to do in the next coming years. And we're all going, man.
It seemed like, at the beginning of this season, your team was very confident that you were capable of winning a Pac-12 championship. And even though you guys might not have that opportunity this year, you beat a team that was going to have that opportunity. Was that ever kind of in your minds while you were playing this game, or just how proud of you of still coming out on top? Does this win make it worth it?
Yeah, this one makes it worth it. Even though, we probably won't get that opportunity to go to the Pac-12 championship, we still have opportunity to play more football, and, we can't complain about that. That's a great opportunity for us. It's our second year back-to-back being able to play postseason, so we're just thankful, and we put in a lot of work. We deserve a lot of things, and we take it when we do, and on this field today, it showed. And no matter what is at stake, if you come into our home, man, we're going to show you how the Beavers play, and that's what we did today. And like I said, regardless of what game we're in, I just know that we're always going to give 110%, regardless.
So Tyjon, you came in with Coach Smith. You and Tristan were former 4-stars, came in, a huge recruiting transfer portal. You were on the cusp of Oregon State winning a 10th game for the 3rd time in history. How much does that make, or how do you feel with that, knowing that you are part of that?
I just feel joyous. I didn't realize, that was at stake, and I just look around the locker room, look around the facility, and just, notice that, it's a different type of football team than when I first got here, and these guys are buying in. These guys are treating each other like brothers rather than just teammates, on and off the field. We're watching over for each other, and, just knowing what we have done so far. I was on that team, it was 1-10 or 2-10, so I remember those feelings, and I always kept that feeling in my stomach so I would not be able to feel that again. So being able to be on the flip side of that, I'm just thankful overall. Just thankful for my teammates, my coaches, fans, Beavs, and everything. Just very thankful for this opportunity.
Thank you. Well, what was the view from the sideline?
Oh, well, that was one of the best games the most just electrifying games I've ever seen. And I was talking about it outside. We've had 3 of those this year now. Fresno State, and, Stanford, and this one. I mean, this is one that the guys down there in the locker room deserve after all the years of work that we put in. And she's 9-3 is just it's amazing.
And you're 2-0. I mean, I don't know. 2018 counts as active or not, but you're actually 2-0 against the Ducks at home. So
at home, yeah, that's pretty great. Like that.
So you and Tyjon Lindsey came in with Coach Smith when he came in as 2 very highly recruited transfers.
Yep.
You've seen this program kind of through everything. Just talk about how happy you are. I mean, the team right now has a chance for its 3rd 10-win season ever.
Yeah.
How does that make you, looking back?
Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, it's a testament to the work that the coaches have been putting in upstairs and, you know, recruiting the right guys and having, I mean, just a really good group of guys that, I mean, in the locker room and the work that they put in for so long. I mean, you do things the right way and you stay process oriented and you care about the little details. I mean, I think this is what happens, and when you have a good coaching staff like we do, it's how it goes, I think, and hopefully we just keep building on that. I mean, I might not be around for that. You know, I'll always be back around, hopefully. So.
Just how impressive was it to watch what the offensive line did today? You know, that second half kind of seemed like you guys were going to run the ball no matter what, and they kind of just dominated.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Kipper and Jake Levengood, Josh Gray, like those guys are the leaders of that room, and I'm so proud of those guys. I mean, I've been around them a long time, and just the mentality that they have, like, load the box and let's go, you know. And, yeah, with Brandon Kipper and what he's been able to do and instill in our offensive line, you know, having meetings and, you know, really leading that room like he's almost a coach. And so I'm excited for Jake to take the helm next year too, and really, he's already a captain, so you know, you gotta love Jake, and then Josh will probably be a captain next year too. But and Tully, I mean, those guys, most of the whole line comes back, so pretty exciting.
Seems like the motto for the team this year has kind of been this next man up mentality, meaning that no matter who's on the field, the expectations are the exact same. Being in your position, what do you feel like, how do you feel like your role has contributed to the culture of this team, being able to say that no matter who's on the field, the expectations are the same and it's job to get the job done?
Yeah, I think it starts with your details and your preparation. I mean, I can't think of a position group that doesn't spend extra time in the facility to, I mean, you just don't get to an opportunity to have a 10-win season by accident. I mean, these guys have been in here working hard since, I guess since last January, you know. And so I'm just so proud of those guys and what they've been able to accomplish in these last 12 weeks. And it's been a blessing to be a part of it. It really has.